Welcome back to the show, everyone. It's still the Banta AM show here, #1 pop culture show in the country, and we're happy to have you join us right back. This is Popcentral TV, DStv 189. This morning, I am joined by an August visitor in March, somebody who you obviously know from social media. If you don't know him, it's so funny because I saw a comment on TikTok the other day. Someone was like, "Who is?" Mention this guy's name. Very interesting. But yeah, we'll get to know who he is in case you do not know him. He is a food critic. Arguably one of, in fact, the biggest food critic, in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the very, very audacious Opeyemi Famakin join us this morning.
Woo! Shout out to you for being an awesome journalist.
What is wrong with you?
I see what you do, on entertainment. What is it called again? All these events, you're always there asking sensible questions, and it sounds funny, but shout out to you.
Thank you.
Because I did mass comm and I did journalism before I absconded. So seeing someone doing it very, very well with passion, shout out to you.
Oh, that's a good thing to start with. Thank you.
I told you this before, right?
Yes, you have. You always almost tell me every time we meet, and I'm really grateful for that. It's good to have you on the show, right? In this capacity, it's gonna be a long.
You guys didn't give me coffee,
Okay.
They did not give me coffee.
We're not giving Opey coffee because
they didn't offer me water.
Opey can't come here and criticize our water and our coffee. We don't have that energy. Folks say, Popcentral gives their coffee. It did taste like lime, wasn't it?
It's lukewarm.
A little bit.
I like it hot.
See your mouth.
No, my
But water is coming. I told you water is coming now.
What? Sparkling water.
That's okay.
Not water, water.
Anything for you.
Thank you.
Anything for you. But thank you for coming once again, waking up early. Showing up, in time. There's a bunch of things to talk about, Opeyemi. And but let's even start from your rise to fame. We started following ourselves. I started following you when you were on 7,500 followers.
Everybody says that, but I don't believe them.
Okay, that's fine. But you should remember though, because
it's
way back before this entire thing, became as big as it is. When you were a bit more thin and your neck was a bit more longer.
I was never acting, but okay.
Right.
When Hilda was still at Popcentral.
Oh yeah, you remember.
Yeah.
But in this span of years, it's been a couple of years now. You've actually rose to, this audacious point that you.
Always been audacious, but okay.
We're gonna have a problem with this.
Always been audacious, but okay.
Yeah, but you've gained a lot more popularity now.
Against my will.
Well, I think you're enjoying a little too much.
Let me tell my story.
It makes you happy.
I promise you.
It doesn't.
It's not that deep. It doesn't make me sad.
Well, walk me through this year's. What has been the change for you, and how have you embraced it?
Change. Well, yes, I like digital attention. Yes, I like talking about food, and I like going about it through the contrarian routes. But the attention that I'm getting is not what I want. It's like you want to be a billionaire, but maybe there are some problems that comes with being a billionaire that you'll never imagine. So there are there are goods and there are pros and cons basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. And all the cons they're online now.
But how
doesn't enter the real world. It's everything, all the dragging, and it is purely online. If you put off your phone, it does not exist. That's the fun thing about it.
So people don't drag in real life.
I'm not trying to be funny. It is 1001% love online. I travel around Nigeria, in different states. Even there was one time when I spoke about that burger, which was in Imo State, and the owner is an indigenous of Imo State. People were calling me that, please leave that state. It's the king of the, and I was there for 7 days because I ain't nobody's B.
Yeah.
But we can't swear.
But let's even talk about that.
God, how did I bring it up?
Yeah. Cubana Chiefers called you out, literally.
No, okay.
Well, you made a video, right?
Showing
wait now.
Burgers in a show glass.
Wait.
Being microwaved.
Oh my God. So you went to his eatery, his spot.
I went to an eatery.
Yes. Owned by Cubana Chiefers.
I found out.
And then you didn't know it was owned by him.
Yes.
Okay.
And you do what every Nigerian does, but do it first.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying.
I'm getting somewhere, but just.
That's fine. Okay. You went to the spot.
Yes.
And then you saw the burgers or saw whatever meals were there.
Yeah.
And you made your usual videos about it. Okay. Right? What are you doing?
What's
wrong with this man?
Everyone focuses on the parts that I spoke on the burger, but in the full video, I highlighted the good things about the restaurants, the large portions,
so
beautiful space. Yeah. And I ended it with, I saw this, it would be nice if this was changed.
Yeah.
But everybody ignores the opposite. Their portions are nice, the price is this. And it's just how dare you speak that someone's burger.
Yeah, was
is
there
a
any
chocolate.
physical confrontation after that, from him? And
No, I thought, does it chocolate to the real world? I saw him at the airport in Abuja like a month later.
he saw you.
Business lounge, he saw me, I winked at him to make sure he saw me, and it's not that deep. He and I, we know it's not that deep. Like, it's not that deep.
And then you went to the Lagos, branch.
I didn't enter because
Yeah, you didn't enter. You were like, make
I
the guy go.
entered.
Before they go beat you.
I didn't try to die.
Before they go beat you. But I mean, look at, like, it's just interesting to see that, what you're doing in this capacity can gain the attention of people like that and make them feel some kind of way. Maybe it's coming. Oh.
And he worked on the burgers, by the way.
He worked on it.
Yeah, it's now.
Did you retry them? Did you retry them?
I was in Imo 3 weeks ago. I went to the restaurant. I wanted to do a review, but I'm like, if I post it now, they'll say this guy is a cloud chaser, this. Even though it was that review that made them work on what I complained about. It's just Nigerians are very sentimental. I went there, had the burger. The burger was exactly what I asked them to make it. Like, it was far, far better. And I'm like, shout out to these MFs that were dragging me. Now you can enjoy fresh burgers.
Yeah.
But I couldn't post because if I post, they'll say, oh, yeah, kissing his ass. Yeah. I freed it.
Okay, so now a question that has been on social media a lot of times is,
Why am I so sexy? Don't worry. Like, on TV, don't do that. Don't
what gives you, from where is your audacity to, call yourself? Don't even tell me that. Don't do that thing of show me a bigger food critic.
I won't do that. I won't do that.
But I mean, what gives you the audacity and the leverage to actually say that you are the biggest food critic in Nigeria and that we have to acknowledge and stand by that?
No, I don't need people's acknowledgement.
Okay.
Your acknowledgement?
Okay.
No. So, for example, you work at Popcentral.
Obviously.
You say you're a journalist.
Well, I am a journalist.
No, like, I'm not even trying to shit on you.
But I'm telling you what it is.
Okay, you are a journalist based off your experience. So let's assume you're a sports journalist.
Yeah.
And you analyze football.
Yeah.
And you know your onions about football. Do you need to know how to play football to be a sports critic or
Not
sports
necessarily.
journalist? Yeah, so what is more important? You knowing about the sports in total or you playing the sports?
You having knowledge
About the sports, okay. And if you Google a food critic, you find out that a food critic is a journalist whose beat is food.
So where's the knowledge from? Where's the knowledge from?
Oh, like I said, guess who was in the East for 3 weeks, traveling, around the East, learning about the food, asking questions. I document it. It's on my page. I was in Imo, I was in Enugu, I was in Anambra, going to the trenches, eating their local dishes, asking. After asking, I'll post, I would educate my followers. That is learning. I've been to Borno State to eat their food. And it's not what I said, everything is on my page. I've been to different parts of Nigeria that I hate the fact that 10 years later, here I am defending myself. I'll go to different parts of Nigeria and Africa, eating their food, asking questions. So it's not just me eating. I would eat, I would ask questions. I would even record the person educating me on these dishes. Yeah, so I think there's that. There's me studying food. There's the things I do behind closed doors, binging on.
Do you have any
content.
certification from anywhere,
Or being a food critic?
I mean, just it's knowledge,
Yeah, straight up. Let me just go back. I think 2 weeks ago, I was on the BBC interview with a Michelin, three Michelin star chef and like 2 food critics in the UK, the biggest food critics in the UK. And they said one thing that made me laugh. Even though they've been food critics for 30 years and they work with the BBC, one question that they still get till date is who certified you as a food critic? And when they said they too go through those problems,
you were fine.
It just made me laugh that, I'm good.
But I mean, we almost cannot take that out because, I mean, people, especially in this part of the world, we are used to being certified in different fields, getting knowledge from different spots, But I mean, if you've been able to...
So is there like a school that certifies food critics in Nigeria?
I mean, we wouldn't know that.
Exactly.
So if there's no school like that, there probably is an international one.
There isn't.
There isn't. Oh, great. So, I mean, you don't need to have any certification to be a food critic. You just need to know the nuances of food, and all of that in order to be a food critic.
I think Nigerians are deep in it so much. Yes, the profession is not a joke, but it's like to be a journalist. There's the studying part, which is needed.
Absolutely.
And there's also the learning and getting experience on the job. If you do not study mass comm, it doesn't mean you cannot learn on the job and be an awesome journalist. So it's like saying, even though you have this number of years of being a journalist, a pop culture journalist, and you've shown the work, and they are saying because you did not go to journalism school, because you didn't do mass comm, because you did law or food science, who certified you? That's what, you know, I find the question funny. So that's why when those guys that are the top in the UK said that, I just laughed. Wow, I thought I was in a country where people asked funny questions.
Yeah, interesting. So we're going to talk a bit more about a few weeks ago. In fact, it was. Oh, I mean, listen. You've been in the news recently, like back to back for different reasons. There's an entire Twitter campaign. There's an entire TikTok campaign going on. I promised you that. I mean, there was literally a blue search thing that said mass following of Opeyemi Famakin. I'm like, what the hell? What did this guy even do? And then I went to dig in and check what you did. And according to the conversation, you had called a group of girls street urchins.
They never focus on the full story, and they pick out one part.
And it was literally a part of.
I saw what I said, by the way.
Yeah, it was
well-dressed street urchins. Let me correct you.
Okay,
that's what I called a group of customers. I called them with my full chest, and I'm saying it again. In the video that I said, I called some people well-dressed street urchins.
Why did you do that?
So there was a video of, did you watch the full video?
Yeah, we have the full video, by the way. And I think before you come back to that, let's quickly just play that video of this entire conversation, where it started from, and where this entire talks coming from. When we are back from this video, we'll talk a bit more about that, where it's coming from, and why people need to just mellow down or not. Check it out.
So Opeyemi Famakin came on Beyonce and Elon Musk's internet and called paying customers of restaurants women, but I'm not going to make this a gender war. He called them street urchins. Opeyemi thinks because he learned how to use chopsticks on YouTube 3 years ago, he also learned how to hold a wine glass by the stem, has an insatiable appetite for food mixed with a little bit of gluttony. He thinks he is now somehow part of the elites and can now look down and tell us who street urchins are.
I do not understand how you can be so old and yet so foolish. I don't understand how you can travel, within the country. You have met multiple people, been to different places, yet you end up being such an ignorant moron. I don't want to be insulting or aggressive in this video, but I don't see how else to address it without being insulting, because every time you open your mouth, it's just insult after insult after insult, ignorance after ignorance after ignorance. You behave like an only child whose parents never scolded or disciplined you, whose parents did not teach you proper manners. Because there is absolutely no reason why you would go to a restaurant and then, instead of you to mind your business and eat your food and do the critique that you normally do, you are now opening your dirty mouth to whine and complain about other people who are coming to the restaurant and saying they are spoiling business for the restaurant because they're taking pictures and they don't spend a lot of money on the restaurant. They are occupying space. Did the restaurant come and tell you that those people at the restaurant and like the people taking pictures at the restaurant, did they tell you they're not paying money? Did they tell you they're not paying enough money? And even from what I heard, some of these restaurants, they charge you like to take pictures. You have to pay in order for you to take pictures in their restaurants. So what exactly is your business? Why not face your front, mind your business, and eat your food like a normal human being with common sense? Instead, you went there and you're calling someone else, people who did not even do anything to you, you are calling them well-dressed street urchins. How much do you have in your account, I beg, that you're being a classist moron? How much do you actually have in your account? And even if the restaurants came to report to you, that was a terrible decision on their part. Even if it was your father's business, this is still not to address what I don't even think is an actual issue. The problem with you is that Nigerians have gassed you up into thinking that you're actually important and your opinion matters. It doesn't. It doesn't. That title, most famous food critic or whatever, the only reason why you're famous in this country is because Nigerians like nonsense. Nigerians platform rubbish. People who are reasonable don't listen to you. People who have sense People who actually have sense, they don't pay attention to you because they know you have nothing to offer besides just insult and your condescending, disgusting character that I don't even know where it came from. It's one thing to be brutally honest about food. It's another thing to just disrespect people unwarranted. And this is not the first time. This is not the first time you have done this shit. And every time you do it, people call you out. Instead of you to just for once sit your ass down and think that maybe I am actually the problem, you instead go and attack them, and then your stupid fans, who are just as foolish as you are, would gas you up into thinking that you are in the right. You're wrong. Especially in this particular instance, you are wrong. There was no reason why you should fix your mouth to call the customers, the restaurant's customers. You are calling them well-dressed street urchins. For what? For instance, how much will you get for your account, I beg? How famous do you actually think you are? Like, honestly, I'm not even surprised. I'm not surprised. Like I said, Nigerians platform rubbish. We love to platform rubbish. So long as the person is giving us buzz and entertaining our desire for online violence, of course we'll platform them.
Yeah, that is a video literally talking about street urchins and of course also being dragged by TikTokers. Literally, who gave Opeyemi the right to call some girl street urchins? It makes no sense. Okay, defend your stance. Why did you have to do that?
I think I'll keep it short, and I would say I said what I said. Whatever consequences would follow that statement with open arms, I accept it. For those who do not like what I said and would like to retaliate, I am begging you, do your worst. I am encouraging you, please humble me. That is my
Do you think there are better ways that you would have communicated that?
So, I think it's unfair that you will pass a message, a full 5-minute message, and the whole message, even though everybody agrees that the message was nice, they just speak out one line, and they focus on that one line, and they ignore the whole message. So that is why I'm saying...
I mean, calling people names never really sits well with other people. Like, I mean, if somebody calls you, that says that, you know, calls you some really ridiculous...
Yeah, they call me names.
I know they do, right? Yeah. But, like, it doesn't mean it's right.
So that's why I said whatever consequences... I did not say I was right. I said whatever consequences
comes with it,
that will follow with open arms. I welcome it.
I think it's a good thing that you're taking accountability for it and just saying, I said what I said, it wasn't a mistake. I literally said it, you know, because, I mean, some people always are quick to come out and, you know, quickly do damage control, apologize.
I don't do that, but if I said it,
you know.
So, two things that, after saying, I felt, I mean, I was not wrong, but you shouldn't have, was when I called out Don Jazzy's burger, even though the review was factual, but like, Don Jazzy's a businessman.
You took it really nice.
Yes, but it's like,
interesting.
Thinking back on it, I'm like, you know what? You could have just kept it or sent him a DM.
Yeah.
I wasn't wrong in the review, but it's just knowing what I know now.
Yeah.
I could have not done it. Then calling out the owner of Tea Room for this thing that I'm now switching up, where she used to send women away from my restaurant for doing this and I called them out for. And like there was like a 2-year time where I was campaigning and going for her that she's wrong. And you know, onto this podcast, I said, you know what, I was wrong for calling her out. And now that I am friends with restaurant owners and I go to a lot of restaurants more and I see these things.
Yeah, you understand.
That I am wrong for saying what I said to you and I apologize to her on the podcast.
So do you think in maybe 3 years you might come out to apologize for calling this group of girls street urchins?
So yes, I get that, the words could have been rewarded.
Yes.
It could have.
It could have, but it wasn't.
But I choose not to reward it. And it's so funny how I said some people, I didn't even use the word girls, but it was gender. And I said those who go to restaurants and go against the restaurants who this table has a minimum spend of 150K. You spend 10K, you take 2 hours. I see your picture. You go to restaurants now, you know this thing I'm talking about. When you take pictures, you are on your table. I saw your post last week or 2 weeks ago in a restaurant. You were on your table taking the picture of your food. Nobody is dragging you for that. Even if you bought a 10K worth of dish, nobody will drag you. So it's not every time you want to eat.
Yeah. I understand. To be very honest with you guys, the truth is sometimes some restaurants you go in and instead of actually eating and just enjoying the peaceful ambience, people are literally doing full-fledged photo shoots. A lot of girls. And honestly, it's the truth.
Why are we not discussing about the message and focusing on just the street?
I mean, I hear you, I get it. And I think that people also need to understand that some businesses I've run a certain way. You know, like if you run a restaurant, it's a restaurant. It's not exactly a photo spot. And just me just being completely honest. Sometimes it's a bit distracting. It's too much. You're bringing ring light. There's there's a light and there are like
privacy.
5 people lining up. It's just really, it's funny, I saw myself in somebody's TikTok video one time, just like, what the hell am I doing here? What if I was with somebody I don't want people to know that I'm with, So, I mean, I get it, and I see all of that. But like you said,
Is that
in my
street
opinion,
behavior?
right,
Okay.
I think that, maybe the words would have been rewarded.
Okay.
There's some other ways that, you would have said it. But you
I
said
agree
what
with
you
you.
said.
No,
and,
so
and
I agree with you that, saying that could have been offensive, but why do you think I did not want to be offensive is the question.
That's your business.
So I hear you now that,
Yeah.
that's those words were offensive.
Yeah.
I'm not debating on the offensive, but why do you think I wasn't trying to be offensive with that video?
I mean, it's you, Opeyemi. I mean, you have you decide what you want to say and how you want to say what you want to say.
Fair enough.
What if it was a trap set by you for them to actually fall into, and
Like I said, with open arms, the full consequences. I'm saying it again on national television.
It's all right. Opeyemi, I said it's taking in all of that. So if you had a problem with that, deal with it.
You give me your
Say what
ring
you said.
after
We'll
the
think
show.
about that, okay? We'll talk about that after the show. But let's also really still talking about dragons, so that we can just wrap this up and and go to you proper. Recently, I think a few days ago, Wumi and Toriola called out Chef T, Diary of a Kitchen Lover, and in that call out, she was like, she sent a message to Chef T, asking to be featured on the next episode of Chef T's cooking video on YouTube, and she wanted to wear her T-shirt that had a film, title "To Cook with Her," just a way of promoting the film. And Chef T did not respond to that message. And months after, the film was in the cinemas and what have you, she now decided that on a random day to, wake up and at Chef T, call her out and say, we talk about women supporting women, but you're not supportive and what have you. Now, Chef T has not said about this call out. But Opeyemi Famakin here went on to make a full-fledged video talking about the fact that, Chef T has her right to either feature Wumi Toriola or not. She's in the food business, Wumi is in the film business, and what have you. Before Okwe says anything as to why he did that, check out this video of what Okwe actually had to say, about the entire Chef T conversation right here on the show.
Diary of a Kitchen Lover, aka Chef T, is currently being dragged on Instablog Ninja by an actress. What do I have to say about this? Before I give my opinion, let me lead with this. Do 100 things. Out of 100, do 99 good and 1 bad. And this is the 1 bad that blogs will carry, blogs will repost. Now, there's an actress that is dragging Chef T for reaching out to Chef T for a collaboration, and because Chef T did not answer this actress, Chef T, according to the actress, is a bad person. Now, let me start with this. Chef T, or Diary of a Kitchen Lover, is a chef. She's a cook. She creates food content, food-related content, health content, once in a while, mommy and daughter content. Now, for those who follow Chef T, for we the Chef T lovers, in the food space, if you call 5 people in Nigeria that has done the most collaborations with people in the food space or those that are related to the food space, if you call 5 people, so if you call 3 people and Chef T is not in your top 3, you're a bad person. Chef T, where they do collab like mad. And Chef T's collab is not a, I'm popular, you are popular, let's no. Chef T's collab is with people she likes. You get, Chef T does a lot of collaboration. So, you are not entitled to our collaborations. I always say this, that as a content creator that is big, it is better you do collaborations with people you like, because most people reaching out to you for collabs, they don't like you. They want your number. This person shared the DM when she said, oh, I'm a fan, I like what you do, this. And because Chef T did not answer you, you're a fan, no. All of a sudden you are dragging. I keep saying that most people that want to collaborate with you, they don't like you. They don't hate you. They don't like you. They don't care about you. They care about your number. If truly you're a fan, if truly you love this person, as you said, unprovoked, because the person did not give you the collaboration you wanted, you are dragging the person when you are saying, No, we don't do Chef T slander here. Chef T is a sweetheart. In the food space, Chef T is positively contributing to the food space in Nigeria, Africa, and West Africa. And I'm not going to stand and watch one actress who did not get a collaboration drag the person's name. We don't do that here. I keep saying it, that when I want to do collabs, I do collabs with people that I like. Because many people will reach out to you, they'll claim they love you, they'll claim they love, they like what you do. But the moment you don't give them that collab they ask for, they'll turn off you. Most of these chefs, people in the food space that are always dragging me, let me say it now, most of them are dragging me because they once asked for a collab and I did not give it to them. And all of a sudden, they'll turn to your enemies. You don't drag Chef T here, please. Chef T, for those who don't know who Chef T is, I doubt they exist, but for those who don't know, in the food space, check her page. Chef T does collaborations like mad. And her collabs is not, based on her bigger. She has done collabs with people on less than 10K followers. So I will not stand and watch anybody drag that woman's name. She has worked too hard. She has put too much in this industry. For Instablog does not carry this woman when she does collabs. Oh. Instablog, I'm saying you now, as they're dragging her quickly, you've posted like 2 or 3 posts. But when she's doing collabs, when she's doing things that will benefit the food industry, when she's using her money to push the Nigerian food narrative for you posting here. But once they drag her, please, we don't drag Chef T here. We don't drag this actress. I'm not fighting you, but we do not drag Chef T. We don't do that shit here. If nobody will talk me, I'll talk. We don't do that shit here. Talking about, you are not entitled to anybody's collaboration. You are not entitled. I heard that this actress too, that I like, that one paint me. She unfollowed me too, Sha. That one actress, let me not call anybody's name, unfollowed Chef T. Because Chef T did not. So meaning you following Chef T was not even genuine. It was
So that is Opeyemi literally defending his friend, Chef T, the verification lover, and then Wumi Toriola saw that and said, and I quote, "Dear Opeyemi, there's really no need to act like a coward. My name is Wumi Toriola, and I'm merely responding to your tantrums and desperate need for attention. If it brings you even a shred of relevance, I truly don't mind. It's rather amusing, though, coming from someone without a defined career or any tangible job description. You've caused more harm than good to struggling entrepreneurs, all under the guise of being a self-appointed food critic. Next time you feel urged to come for me, perhaps take a moment to reflect, establish a long-term career, or build a successful business of your own. That way, your words might carry a little more weight. Sincerely, Wumi Toriola."
Let's play a game.
I don't want to play games with you.
No, let's play a game.
But shoot.
Funke Akindele's movie that came out last year. What is it called?
I think she had a couple of films.
Yeah, but just for
last
one.
year. Everybody Loves Jennifer.
Tony Abraham's movie that came out last year. What is it called?
I think Alakada. I remember.
Alakada. That person, whatever her name is, a movie
Wumi
that
Toriola. The film was Queen Latifah, and it's a good film.
Okay. Voila.
Yes.
I thought you would not know.
No, I mean, I work in media.
Okay,
I literally host a movie show, so there's really no way I
Oh,
would.
you had to be there, fair enough.
Yeah.
No cap, up until her coming for Chefs, I had no idea what she was. I'm not trying to be funny.
Okay.
And yeah, if, I don't know, me defending my friend is bad. If me coming for my friend, if me defending my friend who has contributed a lot in the food industry, this person collaborates with a lot of, I mean, if you're in the food space, you kind of owe the food community a few things, like collaborations. Now, if you see a new cast coming up and okay, me collaborating with this person that is working hard can speed up their career and you do it. Like, even though you owe nobody, but it is nice if you do it.
Yeah.
Chef T, she does a lot of collaborations.
Yeah.
She has put a lot of people on. People that most of our collaborations, she doesn't benefit. If we are collaborating, both of us should benefit. Maybe you benefit more. Like, she has put a lot of people on in the food community. She has done a lot for the food space. So I couldn't stand watching someone that wanted to use Chef T to promote a movie. Now, even Chef T,
Promote her movie.
yes,
Film
now
was
let me
already-
wear. Let's not do like we don't know what's up. I get it.
No. I'm saying promote her film now or
No. Then,
Oh, yeah, of course,
then it was
yeah.
such a movie.
Of course.
Even with actors and actresses that
Yeah.
Chef T likes.
Yeah.
She collabs with them. For Lagade Banks, I'm more your collaboration.
Yeah.
This mixed race beautiful actress, I've forgotten her name. Chef T look alike.
Yeah, oh my God. Adunia Day.
Adunia Ade. Chef T, I like her. Chef T likes her. And they collaborate a lot. You get actresses that Chef T likes that that will promote any movie. She collabs with them. She collabs with people outside the food space. So don't make it seem like because she did not collaborate with you to push your movie, she's a bad person. And if other people in the food industry will keep quiet, since I'm already the villain, I might as well, defend my friend. So again, I said what I said. I'm a bad person for defending my friend. And all of you that are dragging me for defending my friend, when people are, coming for your character and trying to destroy your work, may all your friends who have the power to defend you keep quiet.
I'm screaming. He said, may all your friends be quiet.
May all your friends who have the platform and power to defend you.
It's wild,
keep
you know. I
quiet.
think, people were really of the opinion that, Chef T hasn't even said anything, but you, who's really not even in the conversation, just, came to really defend her and just really talk about that. And to be honest, I think that...
Tegan's who defended her and he's not in the conversation.
Fair.
He's a tech bro.
Yeah.
So it's a thing that people that are popular in Nigeria do, and I understand.
Yeah.
But I'm in the industry, but I'm not in the industry. Some things in the industry, I don't like it. You see them dragging this person, and you come to the idea and say, oh, don't mind them, and it's fine. But they will drag this person's character. Nobody will speak up for that person. There was one time when Hilda too, was doing the world record and they were dragging Hilda, that where did she come from? Nobody, approved her to be a chef. I did a video and I even showed the Popcentral video of me and her cooking, that nobody should say that this girl came from nowhere, that she has been grinding, because there was that agenda that this person just
from nowhere,
blew from the world record, that she has no history of cooking.
It's so annoying, actually.
If somebody is my friend or if we're acquainted and I like you and they are coming for you, nobody's defended you that day. And
some people did, I did.
Okay, online, publicly. Okay, on TV.
On TV, in real life, in
I didn't see
social
it,
media.
but shout out to you. I brought up a video that don't say this girl has came that this is me and Hilda 3 years ago on Hilda's cooking show. So that is the way I am. If you are my friend and I see them tarnishing your image with my small numbers and my big mouth, if I can defend you, I will defend you with receipts. It's a thing I do. And if that makes me a bad person, shout outs.
Yeah. But do you also think that Chef T would have replied with a yes or no, according to Wumi?
Chef T is a bigger person than I am. That's all I can say. Because she did not reply. And I pray one day to get to a level where I ignore trolls, silly trolls.
And you, I don't think...
Let me have the billions I have. Let me have the billions I want. Who go they follow and do the food is sweet? I don't go follow and I'll be like whiskey too.
Okay.
I'll be like, once a year, I'll just come for everybody.
Yeah.
Come for Davido. Shout out to Davido, he's the greatest. I'll just come for everybody.
Come for Davido.
He does it.
I thought you like Davido. Oh, I mean Whiskey though.
Yes.
Yeah. Interesting, but yeah, that's that conversation, about that. But I mean, moving on from all of that drama, it's just a lot of drama surrounding you, to be honest. Like,
I don't shy away from it.
When your name literally shows up, there's a lot of drama going on. I think sometime last year, towards the end, when you were a judge on something fest, Eco Fest,
Chef T.
I think
Chef T and
Chef T, there were a bunch of other the big board, when Opeyemi is about to speak, everybody's like, and I don't know what it is, I don't know if it's your aura, if it's your personality, if it's that your personality is a bit intimidating for some people, or if, it's just too much for some people to handle, like that. But what would you say to, an average person who literally hates Opeyemi Famakin for no reason? Because, I mean, if we ask you what is the reason why you actually hate this guy, the reason, I don't know what reason you would say, but for whatever reason, what would you tell somebody?
To those who hate me. Yeah, so to those who love me and support me and actually watch my full content, shout out to you guys for always defending me. You get that, sticking by me. Even though I can be cocky and stuff, you people are the ones that make me relevant. So to those who love me, I would answer them. To those who hate me, I have nothing to say to them.
I like that. They just dragged you recently for your glasses. They say your glasses is fake.
that one, yes. Like I'll never. No, that one, yes.
They said your glasses is fake.
And it was a gift from somebody. No, that one's like, They don't catch me. They don't catch me.
Your video yesterday.
They don't catch me. They
Your
don't catch
video
me.
last night, I think when you were trying to do it with the chops.
Trolling myself. I just put the glasses.
I'm like,
Yeah,
boy, it's no.
That was a gift from someone.
They literally called you out for that.
Yeah, I know. I would never deny it. Yeah, I work fake. Please, I beg. I don't get money. This food critic stuff, I don't dey lose weight. Now fake life. I beg. If you are watching this, please gift me original Cartier glasses so that I can be privileged to wear original Cartier glasses. Please. Please. Yes, it was fake. I beg. I'm begging you.
So you made your glasses were fake.
It was a gift to become more now. There's no shame.
Abby. So the person that gifted you that gift now.
Yeah.
What have you
I've
returned?
dragged the person. They were recommended actually. They recommended glasses.
You can still wear them, you know.
I wore them yesterday now. I don't understand.
Okay.
You want to troll me? I literally wore them. It's not me you troll. But I will not wear them outside, cha.
Yeah. I see now that you are getting into films. You did one film in December, like Academic Loaded.
Bro, I
Acting
can never be an actor.
You can never be an actor.
I don't like.
How was the experience for you though?
Actors are very, very hardworking. To do that one waka passing took us like 4 hours. This angle,
Were you that terrible? Were you that terrible?
Nice one. Yeah,
I'm just asking now.
No, it's just different. So like, we're like,
Kind of
I think
focus.
1, 2, 3, 4, we're like 5, and each person has to say their line.
So to get close up.
So each person's line, this shot, that shot, and I'm like, how much? No. So like, I will not shit on or pour sand in actors or actresses' gallery. Like, they actually work a lot. I will not, even skit makers.
Yeah.
Those short skits, it's like 3 hours for a 1 minute video.
Yeah.
I like the food is sweet, food is not sweet. This actress does not have sense. You get, this actress is a clout chaser. This actress, you know,
I saw a comparison online, comparing you to Very Dark Man. How do you feel about that?
Me? That's someone's opinion now. Like, why should I have a feeling towards someone's opinion?
You can have a feeling towards that. It's about you, so you can have a feeling about that.
Very Dark Man. I would say I like what he's doing. A lot of things he says, I don't fully agree with it, but I think it's like how you say, Opeyemi, refine some of the things you say, which I agree with. I think some things he says too can be refined, but if we're going to remove the fake hate and fake dislike, his heart is in the right place. This person genuinely wants to help Nigerians and he wants to open our eyes. Sometimes his ego gets in the way, but generally, like he's genuinely, he wants to help Nigerians and he does that a lot. It's just, as I always say, do 50 things, 48 good, 2 bad. The 48 good he does, the businesses, the people that are ripped off, that he helps every time, it never makes news. But, you know, when he calls out celebrities once or twice, that is all we see. But I follow him. So again, I don't agree with everything he says, but I think his heart is in the right place.
So it's okay to also follow Famakin and not agree with everything he says.
Yeah. My followers, so like I have followers that call me out, Opeyemi, this thing you said, I don't agree with it. I have nothing against being disagreed with.
That's good.
But it's those who don't follow me who will see a video and pull out a line. And so like when those who don't follow me, when those are not my followers are dragging, I don't care about their opinion. They are not the ones that are making me relevant. But I have followers that when they say, Opeyemi, these things you are saying, I literally DM them. And we have this conversation. I'm not above being corrected. I'm not God. So I'm very, very open to critics on my work because I'm doing the content for you. And look, you should enjoy it. So, but when those who don't follow me come in masses, that's why I'm always fighting it. You don't feed me. Let's dance.
Love it. Opeyemi, so what's next for you? Like, I mean, are you working on anything at the moment? Is there any projects that is?
Oh yeah.
You know,
I'm trying to be an OG offline.
Now, what does that mean?
The last time I spoke about finances, LIRS, you know, sent me an email. Yeah, so I can't speak on some of the OG things I'm doing offline, but like I'm trying to like be so financially stable offline. All of you think I'm rude now, I'm cocky. Now because I say they chop small online money, I want to detach myself from being...
is that why you're going to the East a lot more?
No.
Exporter,
No,
you know?
it's not even like a business. It's just literally me learning about the country and me exploring Nigerian dishes. Like I found out some Igbo dishes that I did not know existed before. Some Musuka dishes. So it's just literally me being a food critic. And while I make a bit of change from being an influencer, I want to literally detach my finances from being... I'll still be an influencer, but I want the money from influencing to be so trivial. And if you think I'm a villain now,
wait till you see
when
money.
I don't care about the money from influencing, you think I'm a D? Okay, no Allah. You know, I hold back a lot. Like, I told you I was in this guy's restaurant 2 weeks ago, and I didn't drop a review because I don't want trouble.
Yeah.
Wasn't a bad review, but when, I don't care what people say, they can't do anything to me. Don't worry. You think I'm a villain?
Interesting. So, I mean, you're working on being an OG.
OG before IG.
Yeah, interesting. I'm excited for that. Excited to see how that goes on, for you. But, I mean, last question before I let you go on the show today.
I love your questions, by the way.
Great, thank you.
Shout out to you.
Yeah, last question before we let you go. As, we get towards, the intensified period of the year, because Q1 is already gone, we're about to get into Q2. There are upcoming, food critics. There are people who are, now exploring, food criticism as a profession, as a career.
Yeah.
There are a few names that I've seen recently, just trying to, break forth.
Shout out to my boy Brian.
Yeah, Brian is doing such an amazing work. Guinness World Record. I remember you supporting him during the Guinness World Record, of course. So people would think that, I mean, you beef yourselves or stuff. I mean, in collaboration over that.
You don't do that.
Yeah. Do you think that this industry that you are in, which you are frontier now, we can say that you are forerunner now for criticism, is an industry that a lot more young persons should, aspire to be part of, or can create something major of?
I'll say it's not structured yet, and if you are going to do this stuff, it's going to be a big gamble, it's going to be a big risk, and it might not pay off. Like Brian, for example, I shouldn't be saying this online, but I recall Brian wanting to jackpot after his uni, even though he had passion in this, and I told him that he's a rich kid, he works hard, he's very, very smart. I wanted to leave Nigeria, and I told him, don't leave Nigeria, that this stuff you are doing, intensify it, we'll do it together, and we're going to blow. Brian is doing well now.
He's doing amazing.
He's doing well now, but that might not be the story for everybody.
Yeah.
So I cannot encourage anybody, it is very, very risky. The chances of you failing is higher than, no, I'm not even trying to do this thing, but one thing that I would always do is, if I see somebody that I think is hardworking, I would reach out to the person. The person does not have to reach out to me. I would literally reach out to you and say, let us do stuff together. I will give you a bigger audience, and it's not left for you to do. So if you want to be a food critic, I would suggest that you start with it being a hobby or a side passion that you are giving a lot of attention, because if you are doing it out for you, will not blow. So don't put all your eggs in the basket, because me and Brian were dumb enough. Yes, it was, I had a 9 to 5, I was well paid, but I resigned to do this, and you now take and let people on Instagram or TikTok make me quit. It doesn't work like that. Me and Brian were dumb enough to resign our jobs and focus on this full time, and luckily for us, it paid off. Many people will not have that story, so I will not tell them, oh, do it. But if you want to do it, but let it be a side gig. But give it attention, because she's very, very jealous. And when it is paying off,
great.
Run it.
I'm going to take one phone call, one question for Opeyemi Famakin this morning. If you want to drag him, ask him a question or whatever it is, feel free to do that.
Why did you say drag?
08138449212, 08138449212. The numbers on your screens. Just one call, and then we call it a wrap on the show this morning. I play a game with every of my guests that comes up on the show. 3 games, actually. Let's see how smart you are. The first game is called the question game.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you a question.
Interesting.
And you have to answer.
I have a cough.
Well, you'll be fine. I'll ask you a question, you have to answer with a question.
Okay.
But your question has to make sense. So we need to have conversations with questions.
No, Allah.
So 60 seconds.
Okay.
Timer. The time starts now. Are you ready?
I was born ready.
You just failed.
Let's go again. Sorry.
These are all the people that are games night. They will be shouting.
Last one.
Last one. 6 seconds. Timer. Your time starts now. Are you ready?
Why are you asking me if I'm ready?
Because I need to know if you're ready. Are you ready?
I will not answer that question, because I want to know, why are you wearing a camouflage in Nigeria, knowing fully well it is against the law?
Is that a question?
Would you give me your earrings if I answer the question?
You're skipping my questions. Why?
Would you give me this ring I've been asking for if I answer your questions?
Why are you skipping my questions?
To answer your questions, I must know, will you give me the things I'm asking for?
You're repeating yourself. Why are you doing that?
I'm not repeating myself. I think you need to get your ears checked. Do you agree with me?
What?
I think you need to get your ears checked. Would you agree that you need to get your ears checked?
I need to get my ears checked.
Yes, I think you need to get your ears checked. Would you agree with me?
Why do I need to get my ears checked?
I choose not to answer that question, and I'll go to another question. Why do you like wearing black every time you're on TV or on set?
Black is my favorite color. What's yours?
Mine is black, so but I think you can explore other colors. Would you agree?
Like what?
Pink, red, blue. Do you like orange?
No, I do not. Do you like orange?
The fruits or the color?
Both of them. Which do you prefer?
I would rather the fruits, but I think lemon, the fruits, is nice. Would you agree?
Lemon is a bit, light.
What does that?
You answer. What do you think it means?
I don't know what it is. That's what I'm asking you. What is that?
You don't know what it means?
I don't think I do. But
Okay, good. Nice one. You guys, come on.
No, but the first
That's
time.
second chance, so just second chance.
First time it cost me off
All right,
guard.
second game is the yes or no game. I'm gonna ask you a question. You don't have to say yes. Don't say yes. Don't say no. Don't nod. Don't shake your head. Don't say yup. Don't say nah.
Yeah, don't say yes, no, don't nod, don't.
Yeah. So you can use one-liners. Affirmative. Most definitely.
I can't use sentences.
No. Shorty, ready? Let's take this call. Real quick, as a round of. Hello?
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm from Lagos. This is Yami from Lagos.
Thank you, Dami. Thank you for joining. And it's been a minute. How are you?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Dami, thank you for joining in. Do you have a question or a drag to Opeyemi Famakin?
Hi, Opeyemi.
Hello, Dami.
I feel like I have watched this segment to have I kind of have an understanding of your personality.
Oh.
So it feels like, from what you said this morning, it feels like you don't care about the ideas. It feels like you're bold. It feels like you're audacious. But it also sounds contradictory because if you're actually doing your work, which led to the situation with the Kubana, which led to the situation, like when you're actually genuinely dragging people for bad services, like nobody will mind. Like your plan is crossing people's minds. So now my problem is that if you don't understand when you are doing the other things that you don't have to do with your tools, like when branches have to understand that doing those things at those certain age and actually like there is other objects outside of the family, right? Which they I for you. So if you can already see those small things and you are continuing your people telling us that like it feels like you don't care about that. So one thing I would say is that you have more than briefly classy situations. Do you see yourself actually becoming classy? If this little word you can't even like get them out of the vocabulary. So my own is just that I don't mind if you ask people for your work. It is right, that's what they're saying to you. And I'm glad you have to connect to do that. But there are just these little things that we have nothing to do with your work. I can personally have people as well calculating if that's what you do with your work. So it's cool for you to be bold and get benefits with that goal. But if you're putting unnecessary negative content out there, then you get unnecessary negative hate. So that's just the aspect of it.
Valid.
I like when people do their work. I like when people are obsessed about their work. And I respect people outside the school to their training.
Thank you.
Oh.
But please, don't try now, oh, I want to go and make money so I can come back to be a millionaire. No, you're not being anything. You don't need to be a millionaire. Everybody doesn't have those perspectives. Don't care anything out there.
Thank you. Like, you're actually making sense. I'll not even like try and be defensive, but shout out to you for your feedback. I have a response for that, but everything you said is actually very, very, very valid. I think, when they cut the call, I would answer and you watch it. But shout out to her.
Yeah.
Because she made some valid points.
Yeah, go on. What's the point?
Yeah, so again, on the part of the name calling, while in my head I've said I would desist from name calling.
Yeah.
I would reduce it to the barest minimum
Yeah.
because normally enemy will die. So to the barest minimum.
Normally.
Yeah, like I'm going to reduce it to the barest minimum. But that particular one I said,
You can't take it back.
I am not taking it back.
Because it's been done already.
Yes, so yes, what
But
she
moving
said,
forward.
yes, I will not stop it though.
Yeah.
I would reduce it. So yes, she has a valid point.
Yeah.
And the thing is that why do Nigerians have a problem with someone saying, I said what I said, and the consequences that will come with it, I welcome it. So it's like, okay, it's like if someone says, I'm going to be a thief, and if I get caught and I die, I'm fine with it. Like, why? Like, if I said what I said, and I don't want consequences, you can push, but this person said he knows what he's doing, and he knows the consequences that follow. Why do you still want the, so again, she has valid point, but it's like, this thing that I said,
You accepted that you've said it.
consequences will follow some of my actions.
Every action has a consequence.
Like, for example, now, then that I said some things against Oha Soup, my page was taken down.
Oh, yeah, I remember when you were building another page. I remember.
Yes, and you know, I went
remember.
behind the back doors, and my page came back up, and I did not apologize because I said what I said.
And you had to face the consequence.
So it's like these things I'm saying,
Yeah.
I know there are consequences.
Yeah.
Like this street urchin stuff now, there's a campaign on TikTok that let us make this guy irrelevant, which is still going on. And
Mass
that is,
and following of
yes,
Famakin.
I'm not saying it though, but okay, numbers are killing, and like that is why the back-to-back dragging that you've been seeing, like it is the result of the street urchins, and somebody is saying there are consequences that will follow the things.
There's
I
a comment
say.
I see often. They're like, any drag work by me, even 3
Wake me up.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
so like I know this, and all this can easily stop if I just say I'm sorry. But I am doubling down. I'm on TV. I'm saying I said what I said because so Nigerians have this thing that if we bully this person, Nigerians love to humble people.
Yeah.
It is a thing that Nigerians do, and I've said I will not be humbled. And if these consequences follow,
you face it.
yeah, but noted, I would reduce some words.
Yeah.
I get that calling people names and like acknowledge it. I'm moving forward. I will, but for that one, again, I said what I said.
Period.
And the consequences that follow. If you don't give it to me, the villain part was a joke. The one I make money, I'll be a villain. I won't send anybody, to be honest. Like, if I'm making money, who cares about people skinning? Like, I was joking. Don't take it too seriously. I was playing about the money part.
Great. Listen, it's been so great having you on the show this morning, Opeyemi, and I'm so glad we've been able to touch, almost every bit and every part of the conversations that have been going on socials, recently. And honestly, like, your opinions are valid, your thoughts are valid, and
shout out to you.
And I just think that people should really respect people's opinions, and if somebody says something that doesn't really sit well, which is okay to have your own opinion about it, but it doesn't mean that you should make their lives miserable or think that you can make their life miserable, and that's just that. But thank you so much for coming on the show this morning and waking up early.
Thanks for having me.
And coming on the show this morning.
Invite me again before the year ends.
Of course, we'll think about that.
Wow.
It would happen, definitely.
I never blew reaching up on that. We'll think about it.
No, definitely it's going to happen. But thank you once again for coming. We appreciate it. Always a good time chatting with you.
Thank you.
Just catching up.
So the ring offer.
Let's talk about it outside the show.
And the earrings too.
Guys, that's our time this morning on the show. If you missed this interview, catch the recap at 2 p.m. right here on DStv 189. We're going to be back at 7 p.m. for the Banta PM show. Find us on socials. This is Popcentral TV, People of Pop __ on Instagram, on X, and TikTok, respectively.
Let me take his job. Watch Popcentral.
Yeah.
Share it with your friends. Don't be stingy. Watch it. Share it. Post on your story. Don't be stingy.
Yeah. What Opey said.
Watch it.
What Opey said. But Opey, your handles, for those who do not know.
Google Nigerian biggest food critic, and the names you see on page 1 and page 2.
Proud boy.
Google
Just a proud
the names
boy.
you see there.
How old are you? How old are you?
Older than you. I'm old enough.
Dope. That's our time, you guys, on the show. Hey. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching all our callers from 9 a.m. We appreciate you. We see you, and we're so grateful. My name is Grand Prince Ita. See you at 7 p.m.